Hi, welcome to my channel. I appreciate you tuning in, and I actually want to take this time to discuss briefly the movie Lord Shango. In other videos, I did mention how it is important that you understand how to honor your ancestors when they pass away, that you are able to work with them spiritually. And in that work, you have certain funeral rites that you do with them to make sure that their souls are free on the other side, things of that nature. I casually spoke about it in a previous video, but this movie actually shows certain scenes that can enlighten you, so to speak, on what I was speaking of. Now, there are some spoilers in this video, so if you are interested in watching the movie, just go ahead and press pause and get the link from my website. It's in the description. And if you can't find it in your area on Amazon Prime Video membership or the rental or something like that, whatever links that I have listed, you can find them there or search for it online. And good luck to you in your search, because this is actually a pretty good movie in terms of the scenes that do show certain rituals and magic and certain things that can enlighten you on how to work with your ancestors to make things happen in the physical reality for whatever it is that you're looking to do, right? So in this movie, you also see a person who actually is the deity Lord Shango, but he doesn't necessarily look as though that he is that person until you see him going through a process of illumination, I guess you could say, or they do a type of ritual and you see him transform into himself. And so the thing about it is that it's pretty interesting because the storyline takes you through certain elements of using the type of spirituality, the natural mediumship that you have with the dead that were recently living, and how you can conjure them for your, I guess you could say, your bidding, because in this movie someone was able to go and join in on those types of rituals and actually make requests and offerings to that ancestor that had recently passed. And in that, you saw certain elements of how the storyline changed for that person that actually did those rituals. And also, you were able to see a storyline of someone who actually, I don't want to give away too much of the story, but when you look at the person that's going to turn into Lord Shango, you kind of see them as like a guiding light throughout the process, or someone who has more of a sense of righteousness, but they're human in human form. And then it just gets to a point where he wakes up to himself, realizing that he is indeed Lord Shango. And so it is very interesting because the story of the Orisha is quite close to who we are in terms of our abilities to be able to ascend to that state of abilities to perform miracles and such. So yeah, the movie is great. Take a listen to a trailer if you can, or if you can rent the movie. It's a good watch. Some parts it's hard to watch because the storylines are very heavy emotionally. So if you're just looking at it for the sake of wanting to understand that there were movies that happened back in the 70s that really were awakening to the sense that people were actually aware of certain spiritual practices that could still be practiced even to this day in so many different ways, that if you are a practitioner, you can kind of see that there was actual practicing going on, or someone who knew how to practice was actually a part of the writing of this movie. So it is indeed something that you can possibly gain some type of enlightenment from just by watching the storyline. Again, like I said, it is very emotional with some of the plot, and it plays on the dichotomy of Christianity um, versus African spirituality, or should we just say natural spirituality, because it's just native spirituality, native to whatever lands you are from. But it's centered around Lord Shango as an African deity, so we'll just leave it at that. And yeah, it's like I said, it's a good watch. Some of it is hard to watch, but keeping your emotions from it, you can actually kind of just understand the gist of what I'm talking about in terms of ancestor magic and how it is used to be able to interact in your personal life, and you can get things done with the help of your ancestor, your guides, your angels, whatever you want to call it. But you do have intercessors or people on your behalf in the spirit realm that can help you in the material realm. And this pretty much shows that. And it also shows a state of awareness that comes to someone that turns into a deity, right? All right, so that's all that I have for you at this time. Take care, and please leave a comment if you like. I would appreciate that. Until next time, take care. Namaste.